Oh, hey everybody, it's WhirlwindKnight, bringing you another awesome Yu-Gi-Oh video with my buddies Bitterbox, Abel, Zerk, and this Zach guy down there, talking about Maxi versus Valor. As you see in the title, they will introduce themselves, tell them, everything you guys want them to know and all that special stuff, and then we'll get on to the topic. Someone start, introduce.
I'm Zach or Gone Blitzkrieg on Dueling Network. I'm a member of TFS.
I'm SeishinRyu, Hojo, Dueling Network, all same name.
And I'm Bitterbox One, aka Bitter on Dueling Network.
AKA Bitter. So, let's get to the topic at hand, which is Valor versus Maxi. Let's start with Valor first. Was super great last format. I mean, people were like, you should main 3, you should main 2. What do you guys feel about it this format?
I still feel it's a viable card in the main deck. I still main deck 2 personally. I feel that 3 is definitely overkill now for the main.
Seems legit. What about you, Bitter?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Well, ideally in this format, I'm not running Valor as much as I was last format. I think I've trimmed it down to 1 in most of my decks. Sometimes 2, depending on what deck I'm running at the time. There's not a lot of targets for it, besides the Magician play. I mean, you can target that, but other than that, it's not very necessary.
Cool. Blitz, what about you?
Baylor's kind of died down for me. Sometimes I side 1 or 2, but the only decks that I really do run it in is decks that have no protection, obviously.
Okay, well, I play 2. I love 2 still. I think I'll stay with 2 for the entire Valor career until something else comes up that's better. But let's go on to the now reprinted Maxi that was really expensive. That card that dies down and then goes back up every format.
Go ahead, Better.
Well,
I'm happy for the reprint.
yeah, I'm happy for the reprint too. Actually, Maxi is probably the card that you want to run 2 of this format. I mean, too many spam decks out there right now. It's the beginning of the format, so of course you're going to see everybody trying to OTK the field as fast as possible. So, I mean, the pluses you get off the Maxi beginning format is just broken.
Yeah.
So
I'm personally going to side 2 in most of my decks. I opt in over the Valors in the main over the Maxi in the main. I feel there's more decks that Valor would hit over Maxi right now because as far as what the meta is developing through right now, it's about 50-50 on whether Valor or Maxi is good. Because the thing about Maxi is you dropping it as a 1-for-1, dropping it when they special summon a whole monster just to get 1 draw is generally not it's not the right way to use the card. You generally want to drop it on right before your opponent goes into a big play to either give them that option to like, oh, do I want to give my opponent all these cards and go for this big play or not? You want to put them in that situation with the card.
Yeah.
And some decks just don't have that problem. Like, unless you go against the OTK variant of the Hero Lives build, heroes generally are just like, oh, okay.
Yep. What about you down there, Blitz?
Well, I mean, Abel really covered a lot of it. Maxi is a really good card. It's really good against spammy decks like windups. It'll really just stop them dead in their tracks whenever they decide that they're wanting to go off. So it's a really, really good card this format since windups and Mirya and all them spamming decks are around.
Yeah, I really think this Maxi deserved a reprint. First of all, I liked it. It's awesome as a card. I remember when it first came out, and I guess it had got featured in a feature match or something like that, and it was played in Worms or something, and like the card wasn't like looked after or whatever. Everyone was like, "Well, I don't really care about Maxi," and now it's like everyone's rushing to get one. You know, everyone's like, "I gotta side that Maxi, I gotta main that Maxi." Windup's got the first turn Shockmaster. It's pretty difficult, you know. So
Yeah.
I really dislike that first turn Shockmaster, but I do not blame them for going for it at all.
Yeah, it's definitely really good to keep that Shockmaster off the field.
okay. Well, continue.
I'm personally a Lavo player, and a lot of people in my locals know that. So, and there's a lot of windups at my locals, and they love going Shockmaster, calling spells for a turn or two to lock me down, and then calling effects so I can't battle favorite boards. It's always a pain.
Seems like the best plays. But now, since I guess we've talked about these two cards, we need to talk about if they should be main decked, if they should be side decked, how many you should main deck, how many you should side deck, and which matchups these cards hurt more, or which cards these cards do not hurt as much. I think I'll start this one off. A Veiler, right now with the meta, it can tap, it can very slightly hurt the windups. I mean, they don't really care about the Veiler. They'll just make something, you know. You just Veiler something. You Veiler the Magician, they'll just still go Magician Shark, and then they'll just make an XYZ like Maestroke or something. Maxi versus windups, it's just like, yay. If they go off, then you're just really happy. If they decide to stop mid run, I mean, you still get a whole bunch of cards off of it. Versus heroes, Veiler's just like a dead card versus heroes. I mean, you're gonna Veiler a Stratos, you're gonna Veiler the Blade Armor Ninja or the Excalibur. That's about it. Other than that, there's really nothing else you can Veiler, because they'll just spark it up with their little alias. And Maxx C versus them, they don't care about that either. So other decks is different.
That's right. What I was gonna say is, knowing you as well as I do, Veiler would be crucial against you and your little Monarchs there. But other than that, I don't see Veiler really being as needed. I mean, there's going to be too many Dark Worlds, Heroes, Girga, Herodek just top the Louisville Regional, so it's not really needed there either. I mean, unless it's a random rogue deck like a Frog Monarch or Gravekeepers or something of that extent, I don't really see the importance of Veiler this format.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a better side card at this point because of the meta that's going on. Maxx C is just better because I'm a Dark World user, and you know Maxx C helps against that just to get rid of your dead cards and help get you plus 0+1 off of it. So
yeah. Plus, if you know someone's having main decked Maxx C's versus any Dark World players, they'll just like leave it in your hand when they go like, oh, let's do drag down. They see that dealings. I mean, they see that Maxx C. They're like, keep it, man, keep it. It's so good.
yeah.
I think Abel's having a party in the background over there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think. I think honestly, for me, this format probably until I'd say December, you'll see me running 2 Maxx C in every deck and just siding 2 Veiler. There's too many decks that'll explode on you in one turn, and if you don't have Maxx C, you might as well just scoop and walk away, because I can name a number of decks right now that can do that in just one turn. If you're not prepared for it, I mean, there's some good plays out there like drop Maxx C on a wind-up loop, and they're going to keep pushing through no matter what, because, well, you've used your Gores or whatever, but say you side into Tragodia, that's just going to be a feast of a trag. Drop it on.
Yeah, that track is gonna hurt them if they don't call monster effects. They're just gonna be really, really screwed.
Yep.
Yeah, your basic wind up OTK loop. I mean, you're looking at probably like somewhere around 6 to 7, maybe 8 special summons in one turn. I mean, that's going to be a beastly Tragodia when it hits the field.
Yeah, with the way decks are now, like spamming deck against spamming deck, windups go off and like that. That's where I was talking about earlier. They generally certain players will be like, okay, I'm just going to go for it and go for game. But if they cannot gain it that turn, then the advantage they give their opponent is just insane.
Yeah.
But once again, if they can go for the OTK and get a Shockmaster out, call them monster effects, scores, faders, scarecrows, all that stuff's just dead.
Well, as the last topic, as Abel has his party in the background over there, let's talk about Maxx with this upcoming YCS Indie that I'm sad to say that I am not going to. It is a sad day. It is a sad day.
I'm with you on that one, WK. I wish I could go too.
Yeah, I hear you.
Abel,
So,
what is going on
What's
over
everybody's
there, man?
predictions for YCS Indie?
What's everybody's what?
I said, what's going on?
Predictions for YCS Indie.
Oh, what do we think is gonna win?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I want to say Frog Monarchs because I'm biased. But
Statistically, I'm going to say windups.
yeah, statistically, I'm gonna say no. I'm not even gonna go. I think Heroes will take it. I want to say Heroes only because Veiler and Maxx don't hurt them as much. There'll be like 4 cards that I guess are either dead or not as powerful against them. Other than that, I mean, the only problem with Heroes is that their
I was actually
monsters
thinking
seem
about it
too
earlier
weak
today, and I just
to
think
get over
Heroes
anything
just
that's
have a really strong chance.
a threat.
I'm going to weigh in with Heretics. I think they're going to win this one.
You're gonna go with Heretics or whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I mean, besides the the obvious Master Restrict side, I don't think a lot of people is going to be siding Master Restrict or anything geared towards them. Unlike Girgia and Windups and Dark World, the usual players, I think it's going to shock people and get the rope in.
I think Indy's really gonna have a good showing.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know a couple people onto it, so I'm really hyped about it.
Yeah, I know 2 people that I know are going. Not part of my team, sadly, but they're pretty good friends, and I'm texting them every now and then. But they said that they're going. I think one might be playing Plant Synchro, and the other one is probably playing Dark Worlds. And my dog is barking in the background, but I don't care right now. But yeah, Plant Synchro, Dark Worlds, a whole bunch of Heretics, probably Windups, Heroes. You know, I guess it's just gonna be
You're
a
going to
really.
have. I see a bunch of. Of course, it's the beginning of a format, so you're going to see your normal Gravekeeper people. I don't know how many people jump on the bandwagon for Gravekeepers at the beginning of a format, but I see Girgia having a strong showing. It seems like the most popular archetype right now, besides Windups, which is the usual. And of course, Dark World, they're going to come in and try to make a surprise push.
Yeah.
But I don't see them going anywhere.
Being that matchup that everyone hates.
Yeah.
Well, Dark Worlds might do a tiny bit better this format just because the siding has went down for it and has went up for Windups and Girgias, so it's always viable.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about, like, what are you guys' thoughts on Maxx and Veiler during this YCS?
You'll see just about everybody using Maxx is my opinion.
Yeah.
Veiler will just be a side card.
Yeah. I mean, there's almost no point in painting Baylor against this meta.
That is true. But I expect Maxx, since the reprints, since it's going to definitely drop in price, I want to see if
It already has.
it's pretty sad. The reprint was as soon as the reprint was announced, and for you guys information, I talked about Maxx getting reprinted at the beginning of November, like months ago, and now it's happening, and I feel like I'm a genius. So every time I talk about a card,
It
I'll
was
actually,
only a matter
I'll
of
actually
time. We all knew it was going to come.
I will vouch for WK on this. He did call it months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I'm special. But I will call that the end of the video. Do you guys have anything that you guys want to say? You know, shout outs, whatever's.
Shout out
to
to my team.
TFX.
Shout out to the flip side. I hear Blitzer. What about you, Abel?
I got to shout out to DNA. DN's Antichrist. Wait for us, we're coming.
That's right, Bitter. That is right. What about you, Abel?
Shout out to my team, Team Fade Aware.
Okay.
Don't have much on our channel, but I'm sure you can put a link somewhere.
Yes, I will. Everyone's channel will be in the link except Blitz, because Blitz don't have a channel that I know of.
Yeah, my
Well,
one video.
I have one for
Didn't all
videos.
views.
I'd also like to make a shout out to Tamay. I love you.
Oh man, Bitter, you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Oh, I know. When am I not in trouble though?
Oh yeah, that's true. So before I end this video, guys, I just want to say I'm going to be making a new segment along with these awesome people that you see here. After we talk about, you know, all the discussions like Maxx's and Veilers and YCS's and crap that I'm going to bring up, you know, every now and then, I'm going to be making a segment that Bitter knows about called Secrets of Dueling Network. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to reveal a secret probably once a week that I guess the community doesn't know
Get ready
about.
to get your minds blown.
And that I can get in trouble for this, but you know, whatever. Whatever. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! So, you know, thanks for the video, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on. And so I will cut this video off and, you know, hope that we had a great discussion, that you guys liked it. So, you know, peace, guys. Peace. I tell you that.
I'm losing.